forward, but it's a different forward who's getting ready to come on. Aubameyang. Eze.
Oh, big clearance.
Telescopic leg there from Chalobah. It'll be Carney Chukwuemeka who'll be coming off for Aubameyang. Ayew loves a battle, just run out of turf in the end.
Unlucky, 2 against 1. Really got himself free. He's really good at that, is Jordan Ayew. Positions his body well and protects the football.
Could this be the moment, I wonder, for Aubameyang? Only 1 Premier League goal so far for Chelsea, and that was at Palace on the 1st of October on his Premier League debut for the club. Chukwuemeka comes off after making his first Premier League start for Chelsea. And Aubameyang comes on. 5 goals in his career in 8 appearances against Palace. Recent performances haven't been encouraging, but I'm sure he would say he needs good service. Hall. Chalobah scored from about there against Palace last season on his Premier League debut. Chalobah. Ziyech trying to find a gap that didn't really exist.
No, Mitchell did well. Forced him to think about going on his outside. And onto the right foot, the weaker side. I mean, he will get to the byline on occasions, Ziyech, but the favoured move is that little feint to the right and then come inside, whip that ball in with his cultured left foot. Well, Aubameyang now through the middle. And he's Havertz in his preferred role.
First touch for Aubameyang. Jorginho. Hall. On for Mason Mount. Off-line for a corner. Chelsea up to 9 corners in the match. Gallagher. Ziyech. 2v1 on that side. Ziyech swings it in. Havertz is there! Fine header! And Chelsea take the lead. Oh, I think Palace switched off a bit. Chelsea 2v1 on that far side. And it was a millimetre perfect cross. For the head of Kai Havertz. He gets his 6th of the season.
Well, he may not be a traditional forward. Well, he may not be a traditional forward, Kai Havertz. But this is a club. Over, it has to be said. A stationary Sheikh Doucouré who doesn't jump. I don't know why. He's got to get himself up onto the air. Yeah, the ball is over Jeffrey Schlupp, high for him to deal with. And Havertz up early over the Palace man. From that distance, if it's wide of the keeper, there's a great chance you're going to score, and he did. That's a reward for his persistence. He's been involved in quite a lot of decent things for Chelsea, not quite able to get the final touch. This time, he makes a difference.
Well, no wonder there's a big smile on the face of Graham Potter. He needed that. Havertz scored in the win at Selhurst Park 2 seasons ago. Chelsea went on to win that 4-1. Big moments coming up now. As Palace look to try and find a way back in, Chelsea look to take the game by the scruff of the neck. I mentioned Palace's woes scoring away from home this season, particularly in second halves of games. They're going to need to change that if they're to get something from this. Zaha looking to chase that down. Jorginho got a vital foot in. Elise. Klein on the outside. Wanted it earlier. Doucouré. Chelsea up to 9 corners in the match. Gallagher, Ziyech, 2v1 on that side. Ziyech swings it in, Havertz is there! Fine header, and Chelsea take the lead. Well, I think Palace switched off a bit. Chelsea 2v1 on that far side. And it was a millimetre perfect cross for the head of Kai Havertz, who gets his 6th of the season.
Well, he may not be a traditional forward. Well, he may not be a traditional forward, Kai.
Silva, Gallagher. Well, now they can make this triple change. And they're going to inject a bit of firepower up front here. Jordan Ayew's race is run. Hudson Edouard, who turns 25 tomorrow, looking to add to his 3 Premier League goals. Off goes Schlupp. Will Hughes, the replacement there. It's his 300th league appearance. And off goes Ezer as well. Jean-Philippe Mateta, the 3rd player, coming on, who hasn't scored in his last 14 appearances. Mainly from the bench, of course. That is a foul.
Oh, that was delayed, wasn't it?
So they're playing Mateta up front, Edouard in behind, Zaha on the left, Elise on the right.
Yeah, it shows how ineffective Eberechi was today, that not giving that support role behind the main striker to Hudson Edouard. I mean, he's someone who likes to be a little bit further forward. Of course, alongside Mateta, probably he would prefer. Does relief Will Zaha onto this left side, however, his favourite position.
Gallagher, heavy touch. Oh, Doucouré dived in. We play on. Ziyech, tussling with Mitchell. Good strength from the left back, but he's taken the scenic route there. Ziyech. Gay heads away. Gallagher wanted the return. Doucouré with the interception. Certainly a robust challenge, that, from Doucouré.
Well, it was too easy for Thiago Silva. Mateta's got to get himself into the game and be more effective with those challenges.
Oh, Aubameyang's in! Guaita smothering stop, and he's been fouled by Aubameyang. Just for a split second, it looked like Aubameyang was in for 2-0.
That's not a free kick. Terrible decision from Peter Banks. Aubameyang actually gets to the ball first, hits it onto the knees of Guaita. It's a brave stop from the keeper. It's not a head injury. I have no idea why the referee has stopped play. Now, even if he'd missed the football, Aubameyang is quite entitled to make a challenge to go for that.
Well, this is the earlier one by Doucouré on Gallagher.
I was going to say that he's probably going to get away with that, a talking to, but his final one has been yellow carded already. And once again, it's not the worst challenge I've seen. Gallagher protects the ball, gets a nick on it, gets it away to Jorginho. And his momentum, as much as Doucouré going into him, causes a collision.
Havertz nearly threaded it through. Hughes to Zaha. Too short. Jorginho. Hall. Yeah, Chelsea get a second, that's probably job done.
It's been a good game, hasn't it? It's felt alive, hasn't it, from the opening whistle. Chelsea with a pretty good start. Lots of energy in their performance in the opening moments.
Havertz getting the better of Hughes, but it's a foul. You can hear what the Chelsea fans make of it. Peter Banks had a good view of that.
I don't see much wrong with that. I mean, it's still supposed to be a physical game, isn't it? Maybe there was an elbow into the ribs, but they were side by side.
Foul by Zaha this time. Well, I mentioned earlier that Palace's upcoming fixtures are pretty brutal. After today, they've got Manchester United at home on Wednesday. They'll just break off because Mateta is looking to burst through. Edouard hoped to find him. Edouard went over and there was no foul. Ziyech looking for the run of Mount. Guaita volleys into the stand. Aubameyang. Hall. Jorginho. Gallagher. Ziyech. Chalobah. Oh, good pressure from Zaha and Mateta. But there's no foul, and here's Hall. Aubameyang through the middle. And Gay read the danger. Did brilliantly well. It is a corner.
Now, what about the pass from young Lewis Hall? On the half volley. Cultured ball into the middle. Aubameyang is covered well, actually. I mean, he's takes a decent touch, sets himself, he thinks I've got a free strike on goal here. Superb defensive cover from Mark Gay. He's gone down injured. He's a young Chelsea player. And that's a legacy of that first half collision that he had, maybe just been carrying it. I mean, at that age, your adrenaline will take you through a lot. This could be cramp.
Well, I wonder if we'll see Mikhailo Mudryk at Anfield in 6 days' time. And then a home debut potentially against Fulham. Quick return match against Fulham in the West London derby. And with Hall struggling here, Kalidou Koulibaly is getting ready to come on rapidly.
Yeah, rubbing the backs of both legs, suggests his cramp. Aubameyang has looked pretty sharp since he's come on.
Oh, we've seen lots of Luca Vialli banners here today. Well, Chelsea scored from their last corner. It's 2v1 again on that side. It's exactly the same. Ziyech.
Isn't it?
Mount's volley, not timed particularly well. Didn't really learn the lesson there, Palace. So Hull is going to go off, and on comes Koulibaly. Chelsea's number 26, and of course their legendary number 26 is here today, John Terry. But a standing ovation for Lewis Hall. Worth reminding yourself that he is only 18, and he has not looked out of place at all. Very bright future ahead for that young man.
Yeah, good performance from the youngster. A nice touch of appreciation as well from Thiago Silva as Lewis Hall left the field. That was a hug that said, well played, young man.
Jorginho.
Oh.
Well, I thought caught in possession. Referee says fouled. Vieira unimpressed that was given.
There's the touch. Onto the right foot of Jorginho, went to ground. Peter Banks bought it.
Well, there's too many times this season that Patrick Vieira has stood up in a post-match interview and said, "We played well, we didn't get what we deserve." Is this to be another one of those occasions? Hughes. Well played, Gallagher. Ziyech. Chalobah. Ziyech brought down. It's a foul. Palace giving away far too many free kicks in this second half.
Yeah, that was late, unnecessary. And it could be another soft one like that earns him a second yellow card.
And look where Patrick Vieira is, absolutely miles outside his technical area, which is why Darren Bond, the fourth official, is saying, this way, please.
Yeah, he just kept on marching, didn't he, the Palace manager?
Gets a yellow card for that.
No stranger to yellow cards, Patrick Vieira.
Ziyech. Jorginho threaded it through to Mount. Havertz. Oh, that was the game right there. Big chance.
Huge chance, pretty much a gift for Kai Havertz. Well, he just leans into the ball, doesn't really get himself up off the ground. With a straightforward header and 2-0.
We're into the final 10 minutes here. Tompkins. Mateta. Lovely hold-up play. Edouard. Elise. Looking to return it to Odds on Edouard. Brilliant from Thiago Silva. He just reads it every single time, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's not just the reading, Gary, it's the timing of the challenge. When to get close, how quickly to approach the opposing player. And the slide was beautifully executed.
Poor throw from Palace. It's Koulibaly. Havertz. He's given that straight to Gay. Groans all around Stamford Bridge. This is not over. And that's too much from Gay.
Well, he had no options,
Turns
really.
away in disgust.
Yeah. Zaha wanted that ball a little bit earlier. Checked back, went to the right. And Elise had come quite narrow, a difficult pass. I mean, the Palace fans, they've got to be proud of their team's performance so far today. He's created some chances. Defended well for large parts of the game. Chelsea's extra quality, it seems, is going to see them through. But Patrick Vieira, I don't think he asked for too much more from his players.
He had a problem all last season with conceding from set plays and corner kicks in particular. So to concede the way they have here, he'll be so disappointed with that. Oh, Hughes on Gallagher. What a poor challenge that was. Yellow card.
It was pretty crude from Will Hughes. Straightforward one for Peter Banks. Looks like everybody wants to foul Conor Gallagher. As usual, he's put in a tremendous shift today. Chelsea number 23.
Have some rather bruised shins tonight, I think. Gallagher. To be fair, he can dish it out as well, can't he?
Oh yes, but he's one of those guys who takes it and doesn't complain, gets up and carries on, dusts himself down.
8 goals and 5 assists for Palace last season. First half of the season, he was just brilliant for Palace.
Not just those goals and assists, Gary, it's the energy he brought to the side, isn't it?
Totally. And it has been lacking for Palace, I think.
Talismanic figure. And it's been like that for Chelsea today, it has to be said.
Klein. And there you go. Gallagher is going to get booked himself. It's the 7th caution in this game. Elise. Badia Shield, that's a really good header. Beats Tompkins in the air. Doucouré. Walloped away by Chalobah.
Well, since that triple substitution, Palace have not had the ball in wide areas and been able to deliver for Mateta in particular. Despite his frame, Gary, I actually don't think he's an accomplished header of the football. I don't think he positions himself well enough to be enough of a threat to win headers. He can put himself in an area where he can make a nuisance of himself and attract 2 defenders. That's for sure. But first of all, they've got to get the service. That's a good header from Chalobah.
Elise. Out to Nathaniel Klein. Edouard. Mateta battling. Drilled by Doucouré. What a magnificent strike that was. And a fine save from Aretha Balaga.
Well, this game's not over. Great hit from Mateta. Fortunately, it's almost straight at the goalkeeper. And Aretha Balaga just pushes that one over the bar. It's going to certainly a save that he should make.
Here comes the corner. Will be retrieved by Hughes. Straight back in. Tompkins is up. Here's Wilf Zaha. Decided not to shoot. Went over. There's no foul. That's not a foul either on Gallagher. Here's Zaha. Blocked by Chalobah for a corner.
Yeah, good block from Chalobah. I think Conor Gallagher's just shattered.
Well, he's not getting much sympathy from the Palace players or fans here. The same fans that adored him last season.
Yeah, as I thought, he's not injured, he's just tired and he's trying to kill some time. And Gurry didn't, referee Gurry didn't take too kindly to it. 3 or so of his ex-teammates helping him to his ground, up to his feet.
Well, the yellow card is out. Is it for lifting Gallagher up off the floor? It is for Gay.
Well, that should tell the Palace fans.
Elise. Oh, and the header is from Edouard. Goal kick. Chelsea going to make a double change. Azpilicueta and Kovacic wanting to come on here. So that's Ziyech will be replaced initially. There's an element here of Chelsea just wanting to put a quick end to that spell of Palace pressure. And the goal scorer Havertz will come off as well. Two forwards coming off. A defender and a holding midfielder coming on. Here's the goal again.
Yeah, great ball in. That's just begging for somebody to throw their body at that. Havertz did. I said, a slightly frustrating performance. He wasn't able to get on a couple of Chelsea crosses early on in the game, but be pleased with his contribution all round.
So 90 seconds, or just under 90 seconds, plus stoppage time to go. But there is going to be 7 minutes of stoppage time here. I think you might hear a bit of a groan around Stamford Bridge when that goes up. Unless they score from this, of course. That's a poor giveaway from Mount, looking to play in Aubameyang. Mitchell. Hughes. And Mateta just vacated the space he tried to find there.
Shouldn't be running away from the ball until his teammates have got good possession and they can perhaps lift that into the box.
Guaita to Gay. Mitchell. There's the 7 minutes of stoppage time we promised you. Zaha. Mitchell. Referee's going to give the free kick for the challenge on Zaha.
We had just leaned into the football, Will Zaha, and did well to win that free kick. And now what they need is great service. Maybe the only opportunity they get between now and full time.
Everyone back for Chelsea, well aware of how critical it is they get this away.
Somebody from Palace has got to be closing that back door just to edge out towards the edge of that 6-yard box as the ball is lined and make sure that a decent ball doesn't beat everybody.
Elise.
That's not a decent ball.
He's holding his face in frustration and disbelief. And Jorginho's down here.
It can't be cramped for Jorginho. He's not played a full 90.
Well, this current Chelsea side is a long way from the one that John Terry was a part of course, but they need time to build under Graham Potter. It took him quite a while at Brighton, didn't it, to get the style of play he wanted.
Yeah, they have to be patient. I think the fans will stay with the players and with the coaching staff. If they can see the effort, and it's a terrific effort from everybody in the blue shirt this afternoon. From their point of view, to be hoping they can hold on for the remaining minutes and see it out to take a valuable 3 points. But the merry-go-round of players at Chelsea is quite staggering, really, isn't it? Player after player arriving.
Here's Aubameyang. Opta put out a brilliant stat yesterday. He said that since Todd Bowley brought the club, they'd actually signed more players than they had. At home, Newcastle at home, Manchester United away, Brighton home. They don't play anyone below them in the table until April, Palace. So yes, they've got 22 points, but that gap could easily be eroded.
Well, if they play like they have done today for large periods, you know, they could well take points off some of those big names that you've mentioned. Can't be writing off those challenges and expecting to beat teams in and around you or below you in the table.
Well, that's certainly what Vieira and co will be hoping. Well, this certainly hasn't been overly convincing, but Graham Potter will take it.
A few scrappy ones, just maybe exactly what is required. The players having to sweat a lot more and